but we're gonna try a quick little acceleration. 3, 2, 1. And already at 100. Thing is, I had to kind of ease into it, and we're gonna start it up. Very, very quiet. Oh, the thing about cars like this. Oh, the guy gave me a thumbs up. Hey, see, the thing about cars like this is that it brings joy and happiness to those around. Even a non-car enthusiast can hop into a car like this and realize that, oh, alright, ladies and gentlemen, today I got the key to this 2020 Dodge Charger RT. This was meant to be the cup package, but a couple things changed and they eventually just switched it out to the civilian model, so we don't have any of the proper RT specs, but it has a little bit of an updated suspension, a little bit of a more beefier engine, and just simple stuff in general. But today we're going to be comparing it to, let's say, a Dodge Challenger RT and just every other muscle car in the segment, and see how these cars perform. And once again, right off the bat, you know, 5.7 HEMI, 390 horsepower, 410 pound-feet of torque, rear-wheel drive with a limited slip differential in the back, making it a car that is very fish to like tail happy if you decide to turn off all your traction control off. And we're gonna start it up. Very, very quiet. That's the first thing I've realized about this one, is that it is much more quieter compared to the Challenger, which again, they've tried to make it a little bit more practical, so they can't exactly have a sedan like this going crazy. And I'm also assuming the car package on this one has something to do with it, making it a little bit more quieter and a little bit more subtle, which it does open up when you decide to take off and actually push your foot to the floor. We don't have any sunroof, but another added benefit of the cup package is that your entire floors are all rubber. We have no cloth mats at all. We do have wireless charging? Nope. Do we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto? Yes, naturally we do, because it is a 2020 model. We have some storage over here as well. We have some storage down here. It's a simple car, and we're gonna give it a horn test, rev it up, do a quick little 0 to 60, and we'll continue from there. But first, let us give it a little bit of some love revs. And naturally we're gonna put it in sport mode, though I doubt it's gonna change too much. So we're gonna do this. Yep, nothing too crazy. And again, told you, if I turn off traction control, we can go a little crazy. It can get a little fishtail happy. And again, that's the benefit of having a muscle car like this. One thing before all y'all start commenting saying it's a big boat, the Dodge Challengers and the Dodge Chargers are not exactly driving enthusiast cars in the more traditional sense. They don't handle the best. Naturally, it's a big heavy muscle car. The thing is, these things are like grand cruisers, meant to be comfortable but still be able to put down enough power to put a smile on your face. That is the essence of these cars. They're meant for the drag strip. They're meant to go fast in a straight line. And if you really want a driving enthusiast car, I would recommend you get something like, let's say, a Corvette. Manual transmission. You can get these in a manual transmission, but once you take it into a corner, you can realize that this car doesn't like the corners as much, you know? So again, these are the drag strip enthusiasts, the burnout machines, the cars that put a smile on your face because of how utterly ridiculous they are. And we're gonna give you guys a light little acceleration in 3, 2, 1, foot down. It's quick. And there goes my phone. My phone just went flying out of its pocket. We're gonna do a 0 to 60. This thing should do 0 to 60 in like a good mid-5s, give or take. And the thing about the 5.7 HEMI is that it is very modifiable. It has a lot of potential to put Hellcat numbers out there just for the power. And before y'all start making fun of it, it is still a sports car, so yes, it will turn better than most vehicles on the road. It will still handle better than most vehicles on the road. And the thing is, it's comfortable while it does it. And I'm not gonna... Okay, I'll put it this way for you guys. The American muscle cars are like the rock star who goes on stage and starts playing his music. He might miss a chord, he might hit the wrong tune every once in a while, but he is enjoying it too much to the point where it doesn't matter, the vibe is still there. In comparison to the German cars, they're like a surgeon underneath the needle, operating on someone. They want to be precise, they want to have that accurate precision, the point where they don't want to mess up. Even the littlest minute of mess ups are nothing compared to what the muscle car does, essentially. But we're gonna try a quick little acceleration. 3, 2, 1. And already at 100. Thing is, I had to kind of ease into it, because if I had floored it all the way, it was gonna be a longer 0 to 60 essentially. We would have been spinning all the way up to maybe 40, 50 kilometers an hour, and then we would hook up properly, and then we'll take off again. Which, again, it's not bad really. 0 to 60 should be coming in 5 seconds, so you don't need anything more than that. This thing is basically a 400 horsepower, I want to say 4,000 pound sedan. That is spacious, it's a Grand Tourer, and kinda has that muscle car look that most newer muscle cars have kinda lost. I'm looking at the Camaro, the Mustang. They are still muscle cars. Hey, we could even call them pony cars, but they are more of, I would want to say, street cars. They can still dominate on the track, but they are jack of all trades. The Chargers and the Challengers are not jack of all trades. They're the masters of the drag strip, and you can even see that in their higher trim models, like the Demons, the Hellcats, the wide bodies, the Scat Packs. All of them have one goal in mind: sound mean and take off on the drag strip, because good things happen when a Dodge vehicle hooks up on the track. And the thing I've noticed about it compared to the Challenger is that, again, even though this one may be more practical, it is not as loud. The exhaust note, at least for this one, is not going to be as loud as the Challenger. The Challenger that I've driven, at least, sounds louder. Well, this one is one of my few points of reference for the Charger, because this is one of the few RTs that I've driven, because I've always got my hands on the cop ones, essentially. This one still does do the job. They are basically almost the exact same platform, except one has more doors and one has a longer hood. That's quite literally it. And if you want to enjoy your manual mode a little bit more, put your car into manual mode and the thing about cars like this is that since we are in Canada, you gotta be weary when you're driving a rear-wheel drive sports car in the winter, because that could be a sketchy situation to put yourself into. And the thing about cars like this, the guy gave me a thumbs up. Hey, see, the thing about cars like this is that it brings joy and happiness to those around. Even a non-car enthusiast can hop into a car like this and realize that, oh, again, okay, let's put a non-car enthusiast in a BMW. They won't realize how well the car is handling. They will notice it. But when they hop into a car like this car just brings a smile to their face, because that's legit all it has to do. That's the biggest benefit to a muscle car like this. It just brings smiles everywhere. Everybody can enjoy it, can live with it. It's pretty much one of the more affordable sports cars to get into, because again, if you look at this, it's probably comparable to, let's say, brand new, brand spanking new, and let's highball it 50k. You can buy a used, let's say, German sports car if you really wanted to, but the pricing, the maintenance is what's gonna catch up to you. Cars like this are just enjoyable. You cannot hate. And to be honest, I am really sad that Dodge discontinued these cars. This is more of a rant of me just giving my thoughts on the legend that is getting discontinued. I mean, the name isn't getting fully discontinued because they're gonna bring back the EV with the Dodge Charger name, and there's rumors going around that they're gonna bring back the HEMIs and the electric versions. But cars like this are what kids dreamed about. These are the kind of cars people would have posters on the wall about. And essentially, we need more people to fall in love with cars like this, really. And people still do. People can never exactly, because a coworker of mine told me something that kind of stuck with me, is that the next generation of car enthusiasts are going to be looking towards these cars as the glory days, essentially. They're going to be looking at it, oh, the Hellcats were the coolest things before Dodge discontinued them and make them a completely different animal. They're going to be looking at this generation of cars because their generation to them would seem boring, the same way we look at cars like the Supra, the same way we look at cars like the 370Z, the 350Z, the E92 BMWs. Like, all of those cars are cars that are no longer in our generation, but we look at them as, wow, those were the good days. And the next generation is going to be looking at cars like this as, wow, these were the best days for cars, for car companies like Dodge, like Ford, like Chevy. And again, because half of these cars are getting discontinued. And again, maybe the value will go up. Maybe when they put the HEMIs back into the EV lineup, the prices would not go as up. But the essence of these cars is not to be the driving enthusiast car that you can take into a corner at a very fast speed. They are the cars that essentially bring a smile to your face and make you enjoy life. These are the affordable American muscle cars that people have fallen in love with, and the ones that people will continue to fall in love with. Because I remember the first time I drove a Dodge Charger GT, 300 horsepower blew my mind, and I'm driving one that's 375 horsepower, almost 400 horsepower. And this car still continues to blow my mind. So imagine, let's say you get the Scat Pack for 85 horsepower. Let's say you get the Hellcat, 707 horsepower. These cars are the glory days of what Dodge is. And I'm still interested to see how they'll continue to navigate the waters, because I'm not gonna lie, people did not love the Dodge Charger EV. Even though I did review one, it was decent. It was not really the muscle car people are looking for, and I can see why. It's an all-wheel drive electric car that has engine noises to try and simulate what a HEMI or a V8 would emulate. And the thing is, it doesn't, the nostalgia of these cars just, it's not a fair comparison. Like, people, you guys would always say in my comments, who would want a microwave steak when you can have a slow cooked grilled barbecue steak? And I'm like, you know what, you guys are making sense. The instant torque is phenomenal. The all-wheel drive means it's gonna be quicker than a Hellcat, but the theater is half the fights for these cars. That's what makes them so exciting. We could have gone the inline six or any other route, make them precision animals like, let's say, the German counterparts like the BMWs. But instead we put a big V8 in a car that weighs a ton and make it rear-wheel drive, and we're like, you know what, have fun. You're gonna do a burnout from first, second, third, we don't care, have fun. We say we don't care, have fun. We didn't care exactly too much about the performance. We were just like, as long as we can go fast in a straight line, we are happy. And Dodge got that. Dodge established that. And now, again, people were very shocked when they found out that Dodge was gonna go the route of the electric car. They felt betrayed. And again, I can kind of understand that, because Dodge released nothing but banger after banger of muscle cars, sports cars. The HEMIs are like the most iconic engines for the muscle cars. And I'm meaning in the straight line department, because I know the Coyote fans are going to be in my comments telling me that, oh, the Coyote is better. Again, it depends on what you want. If you want a street car that is a jack of all trades, that can take a corner better than a Challenger and a Charger, The Camaros and the Mustangs are probably the way to go. But if you want theater, if you want a car that commands the old school muscle car presence, the Chargers and the Challengers are there for you, and they are smiling, waiting for you to shake their hands and do a burnout as you leave the dealership lot, because that is the goal. Oh, never gets old. It will never cease to be fun, and it's a tried and true method. Put a big V8, make it rear wheel drive, and just go crazy. But anyway guys, take care, peace. You know what, I've come to a realization after a while, like a week or so driving this car. I can see why I fell in love with it. The body style, the aggression, the theater, the way it just makes you feel, and the way it makes you smile is honestly, from my experience, almost second to none. It's not a driver's car. Again, the Dodge Charger and the Dodge Challengers are not driver's cars. They are drag strip enthusiast cars. Again, you might say it's a very niche market. I'm like, yes, that is true. Where in a world where everyone talks about track times, in a world where everyone talks about 0 to 60s, cars like this become a little bit overshadowed because everyone is like, oh, but let's say an all-wheel drive Corolla could probably beat it. I'm like, yeah, probably could, but I would sound good. The theater about this car would just make it such a different experience. And I really implore you guys to go try out different specs of cars. Go drive the muscle cars, see why people love muscle cars. Go drive the German cars, see why people love the German cars. Go drive a supercar with an engine in the back, see why people love them. And go drive a simple Japanese car on a windy road. All of them are like dancers. Like again, the American muscle cars, like the Rockstar, who probably did a line before they went onto the stage. The Japanese cars are like the dancers who like sway with you, who's like the beginner dancers who like sway with you. Take it into a windy road, you see the limits of the car, you find your limits, and the car quickly tells you what it can and can't do. This American car probably won't want to be on a windy road because it's like, okay, I just want to go fast in a straight line. I want to scare you. I want to do a burnout. I want to have, let's say, any patriotic song just playing in the background as we sing, as we do a burnout. That's the thing. That's the vibe. Every car has its different vibe. Even the Malibu in front of me right now has a different vibe. It's just economy friendly. But you guys have got to drive different cars before you guys form an opinion and get angry in the comments. But let me know what you guys think, and then we're gonna go back into the review real quick.